on the southern wing, and Bo Dalla getting a fair bit of the football. Great kick to position. Brown got in behind the defence, in behind Thornton, and it was a good kick by Dalla to the advantage of Brown. That's all Fords asked, a kick to their advantage, and a nice finish from Campbell Brown, even though it was a little risky. Look at that. Bo Dalla, 11 disposals. His career high is 18. We're not even at quarter time.
There's confusion there. Thornton standing with Roughhead, not sure whether he was meant to be on him. Yeah, well, O'Halpin's been sent back there by the coach, and Thornton is the worry because he just can't control an opponent.
Rioli, Roughhead! He's been paid. He's dealt with Thornton, and he dealt with O'Halpin there. Great strength from Jared Roughhead. And he'll come in and try and kick. Look at this. That's just great stuff. Makes the body contact early, doesn't he? There it is. Gets O'Halpin out of the way, juggles it with the one hand. And we'll watch this very relaxed kicking action. 3 or 4 steps, and he kicks it. He's got 4, not even quarter time. Hawthorn now have kicked the last 4 goals in the game, and despite facing an early deficit of 13 points, now lead by 11, and the star has been Jared Roughhead. 4 straight. Reminds me, Rob, a little of Tony Lockett's run-in, just 3 or 4 casual steps, and he was one of the most accurate kicks of all time.
Well, Jared Roughhead, he's the star with his 4 goals, and Buddy Franklin just 2 touches. It's nice when you can alternate between 2 stars of the game like that.
Hawks by 11 points. Renoff against Cruiser. Judd, Gibbs just touching it to Armfield. If it was intentional, it was clever. O'Halpin having gone to Roughhead and immediately had a goal kicked against him. It took about 15 seconds. Mitchell wins against Russell. Hawthorn getting on top here. Good coverage by the Blues though to smother Roughhead. Gibbs to Armfield. Still time for some scoring late in this term. Cloak, who gave up an opportunity a little while ago, wastes no time. Favola beaten by Campbell comprehensively. Not often Favola has a man who can outstrength him. Campbell did it very deftly there.
Now Morton at half-back for Hawthorn. Delivers long. He was in a good spot, but good play by Thornton, pushing back on his much smaller opponent. And he takes the mark, off to Waite. He's been mopping up across half-back in this opening quarter. Now Bentley between half-back and wing. Gets the call from Russell, but gee, kicking short to a contest.
This fellow Russell goes to ground far too often. He's gone to ground half a dozen times in this first quarter. There's the Robert Campbell mark, strength against Feb. The worry with O'Halpin playing in the back line is that Cruiser will have to play a lone hand in the ruck for Carlton.
So Stevens feeds it back to Simpson. Little kick okay. Gathered by Gibbs into the path of Murphy. Coming to meet at Mitchell. Murphy did well to regain the footy and somehow get the handball out to Russell. And has earned a free kick in the process.
I think we're seeing a star emerge in Murphy.
Now Bentley, 65 from goal at right half forward. Wheels onto the left. Gee, it's a thumping kick. Favola in front. He's got it. Favola's marked deep in the right forward pocket. Now he's got to be careful not to play on here because that's the siren. And after they controlled things early, the Blues, and led by 13 points, Hawthorn have kicked the last 4 goals in the game to lead by 11. This would be very handy. Got to be a little careful with the check side kick that you don't get called play on. He is careful, but he misses to the near side. So 1 behind, quarter time at the MCG. Carlton 3-2, Hawthorn 5 straight. Hawthorn by 10 points, and a wonderful opening by the Blues. But the Hawks hitting back. Jared Roughhead, the star. He's kicked 4 to quarter time.
The MCG 30 plays 20 at quarter time. Carlton got to a 2-goal break. Hawthorn hit back. Jared Roughhead, 4 goals of Hawthorn's 5. He's kicked half of the goals booted in the first term.
Well, just an amazing first quarter effort by the big forward. And won his marks in contest, Chriso, which is very impressive. 6 marks there. But he takes them in contest, he takes them inside 50, which means he can go back and have a set shot for goal. And he's such an accurate shot for goal.
Yeah, he's kicking the ball beautifully and just leading into space. And with Hawthorn being able to get the ball in quickly and their midfield is using it so well, he's at a big advantage.
Days like these, you say, buddy, who, don't you? Which is ridiculous. The problem is, who do they play on him? Because he cleaned up Thornton. As soon as it came down to O'Halpin, he was pushed out of the way. Maybe Jared Waite, because Bauer's doing a good job on Buddy Franklin at this stage.
20 goals, 3 for the season, which is quite remarkable, and 15-1 from set shots. So Jared Roughhead in outstanding form for Hawthorn this afternoon.
Alistair Clarkson keeping the group together for a long time. Carlton have broken up and taken up their positions, but the Hawthorn coach taking it to the limit in terms of time. And now the Hawks disperse. The second quarter soon to get underway. That decision made against Anthony Rocker here last week has opened a can of worms, hasn't it? We saw some contentious ones last night where pushers in marking contests weren't paid against the pusher. And a couple even in that opening quarter were line ball. And the umpire's not as attentive, it seems, as was the case in that moment when Rocker took the mark and looked as though he was going to kick the ceiling goal.
Brendan Favola kicked 1 goal 1, and unlike Roughhead, hasn't had the ball kicked to his advantage. A couple of times where he's been out on a lead, the ball's either been kicked up behind him or on top of him, so hasn't had his best quarter.
And 2 stars of the game in picture there. Cyril Rioli, 33, Mark Murphy, 3. Opposed to each other at this centre bounce.
So second quarter underway, Hawthorn by 10 points. Well done, my Murphy. Got the handball. Jard, little flick onto Cruiser, who wobbles it towards Favola. Fist from Campbell. Well, what's that matchup with interest? Carranzo now. Handball looking for Betts. Oh, brilliant blind turn from Eddie Betts. Chips forward. Mitchell cuts the angle, but Favola almost held on. Couldn't. Now Mitchell. Handball Rioli. Got to weave some magic here. What can he muster? He's in amongst 3 Carlton players. He's wrapped up.
Feb's on the ground feeling sorry for himself. He got a backhander in a marking contest the first time it went down, and then they put that pass to him. I don't know if he's bleeding or not, but he's a little bit distressed.
So from the bounce, big pack of players around the footy. Cruiser getting in there doing the dirty work along with Lewis, and the umpire calls for it again.
Thornton back onto Roughhead at the other end of the ground.
This is the incident here.
Well, the follow-through punch got Fev in the eye. Bad luck.
Moss. And Gary Moss put his head down and earned the free kick at half-back for Hawthorn. Off to Lewis. Swings play was a poor kick and intercepted by Joseph. Over the top. Now Cameron Cleek just lost the handle for a moment and delayed the handball, put Houlihan under pressure. Williams, Moss combines with Morton. Morton in a bit of trouble. It was a good tackle from Houlihan. Moss does very well to try and at least knock it towards Lewis. Now Bateman under pressure here from the Carlton forwards. Mitchell squeezes the kick. It was a poor one, and Waite takes the mark on centre wing.
Hold there, Brendan, hold! Brendan, hold!
It's a while since Carlton have kicked a goal. They strung 3 together during the opening term. We're on a mini roll, but Hawthorn reined them in. And the Blues are trying to find the way home. Scotland sets this up. Favola having a run at it from behind Taylor, but the big Hawk put the fist on the ball. And Campbell might be an inspired choice against Favola because he's got strength.
He has, and that's why Fev has to get on the lead. Not be caught in those one-on-one contests with the ball coming 50, 60 metres. If he gets on the lead, he'll beat Campbell.
Just changes the dynamic, though, doesn't it, in the wrestling contest. Favola's not going to win too many of those. Here's Judd taking it away from goal. Now Stevens found some space. Can he find a straight kick? Yes, he can. The Blues kick the first of the term.
Beautiful kick.
Isn't it an amazing kick? Tucked up on the boundary line, 50 metres from goal. He has got exquisite skill, Nick Stevens. And good pressure all built up, Rob, because of the pressure that Carl